What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Cheer, the show, a documentary series on Netflix, show that I heard about, I think recommended first I heard on the Slash Filmcast. Of course, the show pops up, I'm sure, on everybody's must-watch recommended section in the Netflix home screen. So I finally checked it out. Not a big cheerleader type of guy. They do have a cheerleading competition that is held out in Palm Springs once a year. I don't know if it's the same level competition. I think it's more for younger kids. I think seems like younger, like high school or maybe even middle school is the competition out here. Where this is more of a college level cheerleading competition. Specifically, the Navarro College out in is a junior college out in Texas that's well known for winning. It's like the Chicago Bulls of cheerleading competitions. And it's crazy because they are a junior college, but that's like the thing that they're well known for. So they get people that come from all walks of life, all kinds of different places to learn and train and then later compete with their cheer team. So you get a lot of fun characters in the show. You get to, see all the different types of people that get into cheerleading and how it helps their life, how it adds to their life, how it gives a lot of people direction, which getting involved with anything, I would say, whatever you're passionate about, whether it is cheerleading, which to call this cheerleading, I would say is not like your pom poms, rah rah, let's do this, trying to make the football team score some extra points. This is more like a dance routine that you would see on America's Got Talent, or like a gymnastics type of like a group gymnastics routine. So it's very physical, very dangerous. A lot of people get injured. But it follows this group of people as they prepare for the upcoming competition, which I don't know if they lost their most recent one, but they were like on a big run, and they have like the rival school that is close. Like the two main schools that are the bomb at cheerleading are both in Texas and like really close together in Texas, which is I think kind of crazy. Um, it's just a weird thing for like some junior college to be known for. Two junior colleges to be known for is to be like the top two schools for cheerleading. Um, but you get to see the people that are like the Instagram model type person, not model, but like personality, I guess, where they, put up their stretching routines and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a fun show. It's an interesting look at the life of these cheerleaders and what they go through to accomplish their goals. Which anything worthwhile takes sacrifice, takes time. It's hard to do. It's not like everybody wants the easy shortcut way to success. And this, along with everything in life, takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication. You got to put a lot of energy into something that you want to ever be good at. If you want to be or be great at, which they're not just trying to be good, they're trying to be great. And I think that's to be good, you have to aim for great, and you'll accomplish good with ease. But to be great takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of uh, dedication. But it's cool. So you get to follow them as they train and get ready. You also get to see how insanely just complex, not complex, how difficult it is as they lead up, because people start getting injured. You're seeing the head, what's her name? Kind of the it doesn't even say. The lady who's like the number one coach to ever train cheerleaders. She's like well known for her ability to train people to cheer correctly, but like having to shuffle people around as people are getting injured and hurt, and having to like like understudies of understudies, and trying seeing people who like rise to the occasion. It's very much, I mean, it is a very much an athletic endeavor, but it has the emotional pull strings that like any kind of sports movie would have, where it's they're not necessarily the underdog, but they're the champions that have had a hit a rough patch and are trying to rise back to the golden kind of like level that they had once uh existed in. And it's just that rise again, that kind of comeback story is always fun to see. And it ends with the coach, the head coach, going back out to do more recruiting, because it's an ever evolving thing, very much like a college sports team, where in college or in high school, the students are only there for a certain amount of years, 4 to 6 years, and then they move on and they do their own thing that doesn't involve the thing that they did in high school. It's like at some point they will have their last competition in cheerleading, and they'll just live lives that have nothing to do with cheerleading ever again. And they'll have the once I remember in my day. They become, hopefully some of them will parlay that into some further success and other things, and not become the person that's like, oh, back in my day, I used to be like, I was so successful at this thing. And then after that thing ended, I just never tried to be successful at anything else. I just still live in that time period and just reminisce about the good old days, even though I'm far past it. Exponentially, I've lived many lifetimes past the age I was at that point. But no, I have not spent any time trying to actually get better or do that same kind of thing with anything else. There was no application of that to something else. There was no kind of segues into a further career. I'm sure some people did, but there are tons of people who are involved in high school and college athletics that once they move past that time, they never they never attempt to kind of take that knowledge that they learned on how to get great at something and apply it to something else, which is tragic. It is so tragic that they just the de-evolution and the just the arrested development of people. Some people that just find success early, and then the rest of their life is just trash. Which it would be fun to go back at some point, maybe, and see where a lot of these people end up after, years later. What are they, coaching, cheerleading themselves? Did they parlay that into a dance career, or a gymnastics kind of career? Are they working at Cirque du Soleil? There are things that you could parlay that, or it's like, oh, they're a lawyer now, or they're a doctor now. They use their education to actually do something interesting, and like something that's difficult. But I enjoyed it. It's also interesting, the is considering it is set in Texas, which is a very religious state, a quote unquote God fearing state, which also is a very quote unquote narrow minded, judgmental, hypocritical state. Do unto others as you would never have somebody ever do unto you. Where the coach, the leader of the dance crew, she's a very religious person, but she argues with her fellow what is that, communal, um, other religious people in her church, uh, argues with them about sexuality, because most people that are involved in cheerleading, especially the men, tend to be gay, or some variation on the spectrum of not just straight as shit. Which Texas, the whole Texas mythos is, there's men and there's women, and everybody else is just like, it's a very narrow-minded way of existing out there in Texas for some people, where it's just the way of life to be just hateful towards others. And she's still religious despite, being surrounded by the rest of the people that are religious and narrow-minded. But that was interesting. But yeah, go check out Cheer on Netflix. It's a fun documentary series following those cheerleaders out in Navarro College. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure you will too. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor Art, Ray Taylor Show, all of those things. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.